All right. So what's your name again?
Randy.
Randy. Okay. So Randy and Randy. All
Yeah,
right. So that's gonna make it easy.
Randy Leach, senior, and Randy Leach the second.
Yeah. My son is. I'm Sean Dwayne. He's Sean Tyler.
Okay, I
So we
got
just kept the same first
First
name.
name.
Yeah. All right. So if I can get you in your own words, tell me what is the crossover vest?
The crossover vest is a tool that enhances a player's dribbling skills, uh, makes you uh, able to use both hands while you're dribbling the basketball, and also helps with your shooting skills. Of course, what caught my attention is the word crossover because that's the way the game is playing, and people are always trying to, lack of a better term, cross players over. And so, but it gives you some basic fundamentals of how to dribble the basketball, and then some things that is kind of lost in the game today. And so, crossover vest to me is a great tool for any basketball player to utilize it if they're trying to learn to dribble the basketball.
Okay. And what was your reaction to seeing your player Randy in the vest the first time?
Initially, I was thinking like, you got to be kidding me. This is, somewhat of a gimmick. And once I saw the instant improvement, because my son, of course, wouldn't dribble without looking down at the basketball, and would only use one hand. And instantly, when I saw the improvement, just him keeping his head up and bouncing the basketball, I said, man, we may be owning something.
Okay. And so tell us about your son's skill level.
Well, my son, Randy, kind of was a late bloomer when it came to basketball. And in fact, he wanted to play in the band. And I said, wait a minute. Well, I've always been a big fan of team sports. Not only, I just think it just does some great things for young people for us, like learning teamwork, building character. And so I came to Coach Dano and said, hey, I need you to work with my son. He's talking about playing in the band, and I'm not ready for that just yet.
All right. So tell us about Randy's skill level.
Well,
Prior to the first training session.
he, he was a fairly a novice. I mean, just bouncing the basketball initially was a challenge for him. And so I saw instant improvement, great improvement when I started seeing him using the vest and training with Coach Dano.
Okay. Were you surprised about the result?
I was very surprised because I played basketball and from junior high, high school, and a couple years of college, and some things that I was trying to work with him. Then I realized I'm not the best coach for him, and to see the instant improvement, and then to see his confidence building, I was extremely surprised.
So when you say instant improvement, let's break that down. So he went to the first day of training, and what is it when you say instant? What like from describe that for me.
Well, I mean, just to be able to bounce the basketball without looking down at it was, I saw that right away because, I would be at home like, son, if you got your head down, bouncing the basketball, someone's just going to steal it from you. And so when I saw him going up and down the court with the vest on, bouncing the basketball with both his left and right hand without looking down, that was within the first day or two. And so I was like, wow, this is amazing. I've been trying to tell him this for months. And to get this in 1 or 2 days kind of was a shock to me.
Okay. So as a part of the vest, you have the elastic straps
Yes.
that allows you to keep your arms close to your body. How did you see that play a role in this improvement?
Well, if you don't want the ball stolen from you, if you're playing basketball, you want to try to keep the ball close to your body. And so, especially trying to do crossover moves. And so the scrap kind of left him restraint. And so, he started having better control of the basketball. And so when he's out of the vest, and then it kind of like becomes automatic because you're still operating as if you had the vest on. And so even when we start playing a little bit competitive, when you start playing with some of the games, and when the ball got stolen, I could say, hey, you know what happened, huh? You had the ball too far away from your body. That's why the vest, when you're training with that, it keeps your kind of control of the ball when it's more closer to your body.
Okay. And do you feel that the training is hard to do for a player on his own?
Well, I think like initially, if you get some of the basic, because I look at some of the stuff Coach Dano do, and then even we got a goal at our home, and just but my son has been with Coach Dano for a couple of years, but I think that after some initial instructions, and you can do some of the activities, and that the vest allows you to do at home. I try to do them myself. Say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I set up the cones and set up and let's do the dribbling exercises. And so I believe that it can be done at home.
Okay. So you may not know, but one of the things we're actually working on is an online training program, which is basically a replication of what's done live over a video format. So a student would basically watch right hand triple thread drill, and then as they progress, of course, you go through what Coach Dano calls the A to Z transformation of all those different drills. Do you feel that that would be difficult to watch a video and then?
I would say over time that, like if you say, for instance, I have a personal trainer, it doesn't look like it, but some of the stuff that he's taught me to do, you know what I'm saying? I do it now on my own. And I think same way with the crossover vest, a video, you can put on an exercise video and you're following the instructions. The crossover vest can be done some of the same ways. Like, hey, let's look at this, see what he's doing. And, and you have someone giving an instruction. And it's almost the way the world is coming. A lot of things are, especially with the coming out of the pandemic, a lot of people had to resort to doing things at home. And so I think it's definitely a possibility that it can be learned and easily done at home.
And let me see here. Tell us why the crossover vest is crucial to becoming a better player.
Well, I think it gives you some of the basic fundamentals. If you're going to be a good basketball player, you got to be able to use both hands. And not only with dribbling, I like the fact that my son, even when he's doing his layups, he's trying out for his junior high team, the coach said, are you left-handed? And because he was growing up, he was accustomed from the training using his left hand. When he do his layups on his right side, using his right hand, the way he dribbled, keeping the ball close to his body, you know what I mean? And so for anyone who's at any level, I think the crossover vest would be an asset to him.
So tell us about a little bit more about your relationship with basketball. You say you played.
Yeah, my brother, who was somewhat of a surrogate father to me, when I talk about little Randy and his basketball game, he says, man, I wish they had iPhones back when you played so I could just show him some of the video of when you played. And because, the game's a lot different now. But I play basketball, big basketball fan. Him and I, is a bond between him and I now. Because he enjoys the game. We love watching NBA, college, and things of that sort. And so, but more than basketball, the fact that I can see he understands like the importance of you start something, you finish it, working together as a team. And I like the other things that team sports give as well.
All right. What is one thing you want people to know about the crossover vest?
The one thing that I would tell any parent or anybody that's asking about the crossover vest, that it's almost an essential tool you need to keep your fundamental game in line. I've seen some players who get away from the fundamentals, and it's a great tool to have to teach you the basic fundamentals of ball handling and being able to use both hands.
Okay. Explain how you would describe the crossover vest to another parent.
I would tell another parent that basically the crossover vest would be like putting your child in a straitjacket. free in one hand and tell them that they can only bounce the basketball with this hand. And then when they get good at that, hey, do it with the other hand. And so I would tell them it's a great tool to have if your child is interested in basketball and they want to learn some basic fundamentals for their basketball game.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Let me just say, Randy game has improved because of the crossover vest. He's been able to make his school teams. His confidence level, more than anything, has improved as well with his basketball game. And I think a lot of it has to do with Coach Dano and the crossover vest.
All right.
All right, we good?
Yeah.
I'm sure you do some editing and